completely unscientific, absolutely absurd, violates every rule of common sense, and is completely contrary to the rules of logic and intelligence.
You have no faith, Professor.
Hey, Veritas, it's good to see you back in the saddle again, dude. So you made an interesting statement there that caught my attention. You said something like you made this multi-part series which conclusively shows that the preponderance of the evidence does support that Jesus Christ rose from the dead. And you claim that it's, rational to believe this on the basis of evidence and all this other kind of stuff. And, faith isn't just blind belief and things like this. Okay? Now, here's the thing, Veritas, okay? If you want to make a statement like that, you can't just respond to the weakest arguments against Christianity out there. You also have to respond to the strongest arguments against Christianity out there. I agree. Christopher Seven's video that he gave there, it did not give the best argument I've ever heard against Christianity. I think it was a very weak argument that he gave against Christianity. But you can't just respond to the weak guys and try to be smart that way, right? You've got to take on the heavy hitters. Okay, so for example, at the end of your multi-part series on the resurrection, Bittbutter replied with a video response, and in 4 minutes, I think he completely demolished your arguments. And I looked through the comments there. I didn't see any response from you on his comments. I didn't see where you addressed his arguments at all. So that's the thing. I mean, you can't really claim that you've established it unless you got to back up that claim. That's a pretty strong claim. Okay, I think that Bittbutter did an excellent job of refuting it. And I mean, to just briefly rehearse his arguments, it's very simple. Okay, no matter how unlikely any alternative argument is, for example, the swoon theory, I think it's very unlikely that the swoon theory is true, right? But no matter how unlikely the swoon theory is to be true, it's even more unlikely that some dude rose from the dead. There's just nothing that you can do using the tools of history or science or gathering evidence. There's absolutely nothing you can do to make the resurrection theory the most plausible one. Now, I've never heard any effective rebuttal of that point by anybody. Okay, I'll include a link to one of my videos where I actually do the math on this. Okay, you can do the math, and you'll see very clearly how it works in terms of, if you want to incorporate your evidence by Bayesian belief updating, this kind of stuff. I mean, it just doesn't work. So I guess that's my point. Okay, it's please don't just respond to the weakest arguments out there against Christianity. You got to weigh in. Sooner or later, you're going to have to tackle the big guys, man. Okay, catch you.